Today's video was brought to us by #JustTheBits and our challenge of freestyle fabrics. Hey guys, it's Dawn with For Grace Creations, and I have an idea. So these are my prototypes. Yeah, they're clusters, but they use up scraps. These here happen to have paper, lace, and fabric scraps, but I thought, can we do this with just fabric scraps? Now, if you notice, I'm using a bulb pin. This one and this one have little eyelets. Is that what you call that? And this one's got a button dangle. This one has an actual charm. This one has no eyelet, but it does have a little charm. So I thought, let's see if we can do these with only fabric. I'm gonna zoom out here. As you can see, I have some paper scraps sitting here because I had been doing these with all kinds of scraps. Just trying to use up my bits, guys. But let's put these up here. I know that we're gonna need some safety pins, or, well, you can't even see them. Over here I have bulb pins and safety pins. I've got some charms sitting here. And then I've got my buttons that are the bits from other projects. And then in case nobody has charms, buttons, we could use little faux stamps or labels. Oh, I think I've got some labels in this little bit thing here. I do. I've got the number 7. I have whatever that is. Oh, here's a cute little blue thing. And there's another green. Maybe we'll use that because it's smaller than that. What is this little guy right here? That says Tuesday, and it's black and brown. So we've got a few labels. Now, I have this drawer of fabric scraps of all sizes. They're smaller. They're like the palm of your hand down to, oh gosh, look how itty bitty. So I've got that sitting next to me. Let's just pull some from it here. Okay, I've got a pile of lace sitting next to me, just lace scraps. What's that? Oh, that's lace and fabric. Maybe we pull that apart and separate it. Ugh, okay, lace, fabric. Now, oh, there's a piece of lace. I've got some of my own scraps here, and then I have some in here from some people I swapped with. We've got Connie. We have some Patti over at the Bumbling Crafter. I don't even know. Yeah, and this is a piece from Patti of fabric, but look, somehow it is hard as a rock and has a really fun texture. I don't know how she did that. We'll have to see if we can use that as well. So, how should we start this? Well, we don't want our dangles, charms, what should we call these? Scrappy Fabric Dangles. I probably should write that down so I don't forget. We'll just write it right here. Scrappy Fabric Dangles. Yeah. Now I'll at least remember what to title my video when I go to upload this video. So I'm making this video today, but I'm going to save it in my phone and not upload it till, either tomorrow or the next day. I'm not really sure. Anyway, but this way I won't forget. Oh, yes, we cannot forget a sip of coffee. There we go. So, fabrics. Let's see. We've got this. Why don't maybe we'll cut this one kind of wide. Okay, we'll start with that, a base. Oh, well, this fell out next to me. That's got a pretty pink flower. Oh, what about we use this? So I actually think what I'll do is I'll set that there, and then that right there. It needs a piece of lace. Let's see. Maybe, how long? Well, I want to cut that off so it's straight. And then this edge here is making it kind of frayed. Let's just cut some of that off. Not frayed, gathered. The word, Dawn, is gathered. Okay. Maybe that will go underneath there. Like so. Yeah, we've got, hey, quit curling. There it is. And then, do we want a little pink in there? Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that right about there. And let's then add this back here. So we're just making some layers. And once we have it kind of, you know, oh, that pink wasn't long enough. I want to see it back behind there. Darn it. Well, let's maybe use this here and rip it right there. Okay, there's those. And then, no, the blue, no, dark, this is, if you look, that's navy and cream. We don't want navy and cream. Oh my gosh, Dawn. Oh, how about this one? That one is a little longer. Let's just trim the edge off of this a little, and then a little off the top. There we go. Now we've got some hanging. And then we've got this. Okay. And we'll grab it all at the top. And then let's grab our bulb pin here. We'll do the next one with a safety pin in case you don't have bulb pins. Oh, do we want a dangle? We've got pink. Boy, how about we grab a button for this one? So we're going to take our, whatever we want to dangle. And you know what? No, this one I'm going to use a charm. We're going to use, this says BFF. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know. My lighting in here is horrible today. So we'll hang our charm first. Then we're going to go through all the layers. Poke it through. And close it up. There we go. So there's one. I'm going to trim off some of that fraying material there. I like a little fray, but not a ton. Okay. So there we have one. Let's move these out of the way because they had the paper in them. Okay, so there's one. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Okay. Let's do one with a safety pin. How about, let's see. This one, let's start with, how about the wonky chickens? Yeah, that's a little long. I'm thinking maybe right here. It doesn't really matter how long they are. It's totally up to you. So there we have some wonky chicken. Maybe this one will do some of the blue. We could do blue back there and tear that off. So we've got those two layers. And then let's see. Do we need a lace? What about that? Oh, that's pretty. That's going to cover the whole thing, though. We don't want to do that. What about this one? And then we could just cut that off right there. It's kind of see-through, you know? All right, and then, oh boy, what other fabrics do we have here? I don't have a huge amount. What is this one? Well, we could do that kind of as a base, and then, oh, and then look, add yet another lace. And this is going to be a lot longer than I originally had planned, isn't it? Now that is folding. Let's put the folding edge up here because maybe this might help it stay down. Yeah. All right. And then For this one, we were going to do a safety pin. There it is. There it is. It's blending in. But let's use this little piece of paper here as a, I guess, charm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this safety pin. I'm going to kind of look at where I've got everything. And I want to go in through all the layers and then come back. But where would our dangle hang? Maybe we need to put it through here first and just shove it through this piece of paper. Then go through. Oh, the heater just kicked on. You guys, fall is in the air. This is moving. Come on. Get back down there. Yeah, my heater has not kicked on in many, many months. That means that it's below 63 in here. Wow. No wonder my toes are cold. All right, we'll go in. Hello? I said in. There. And then back out. Okay, and there we are. Kind of move that. There we go. Cute. Very cute. All right, we've got those two. Let's see. What else could we do? How about a bright colored one? But I think it's too wide. So we could do this, and then maybe we do some white below it. And what is this? No, that's too neutral. What if we put a big piece of lace back behind? And oh, we've got some of this. We could put that on there. That'd work. Hello. Okay. And then maybe we use one of these this time as a dangle. So let's grab a bulb pin. We'll go through the dangle and then through all of our layers here and close it up. Now, how would I use these, you say? Well, let me grab, let's see. Do you remember the project we did? That was Lacy Lace pages. We had a flip up journal spot and our lace. Well, let's see. Since this is very neutral, I need something kind of on the back that's gonna stand out. So we may need to make one more. Why don't we do, how about this? That would stand out good enough. So we have this, and that's a little bit too wonky. Let's just cut it a little thinner. And then we could have a little bit of this lace, and I am cutting it a little skinnier. So we could have that like that. And then, let's see. What? I don't have a huge supply. Let's look in the box here. Aha! What if we used some of this? Maybe like that. Okay, but then I feel like it needs yet another layer. Not blue. Not chickens. What do we got? What about maybe that lace like this? And then we could use, what is a dangle? A button. Okay. Does it need one more layer of fabric? I'm feeling like maybe it does. So let me just look in my little bin here. I've got this pink. What we could do is just get a thin strip of it. And that's obviously too long. So we'll just cut it off. And I think what we'll do is like this. Okay. So we'll grab it there. We're going to put our pin through that charm, which is a button, and then through all the fabric layers. Push. Come on, push. You can do it. You can do it. Why are you not doing it? Oh, I'm squishing, totally squishing the pin because it doesn't want to go through all the layers. You can do it. Okay, if that happens, I have an idea. Dun, 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 dun. We'll go through that first. And then we'll go through these two. Come on. Come on, you got this. Why are you being a turd to me? Yeah, we're changing pins. There's something wrong with this bulb pin. I don't know why, but it's being not nice. Let's try that again. We have our button. We'll go through these. That's much better. And then we'll go through these. Okay, we got it. Now, here's what we can do. Here, see, we can just go ahead and attach this to the top, just like that. And it gives that lace a little more something. See what I mean? Or, let's see, maybe, where is our journal that we've been working on? Okay, here it is. Let's see. We open it up, and do we want a front page here? I see we've got this. Let's see. I'm thinking we need to add more lace on a page, but just for now, to kind of give an example, what we do is we take this, undo it, or open the pin, and take one of these lace edges here and just connect that to it. And then we have something that kind of hangs down the edge there and looks pretty. Now, I don't like it on this page, so I'm actually going to take it off. And mainly because I really love that, and I want you to be able to see that. What about this page? Would that work better? Let's see. Maybe we take it up here and go through. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. And then when you shut the journal, it just peeks out a little bit. So yeah, that was my idea for today. I thought maybe, so here's the ones we've made, but I thought maybe you might really quick want to see how I do it with the paper as well. Who knows? Sip of coffee. Okay, so the prototypes for that was these here, and it is basically the same concept, guys. It's just that now you're adding layers of paper. So let's say we've got some orange going on. Maybe we do a little bit of this. I don't know yet. Got to audition these things, you know. No, it's too close to the same size. Do I have anything in here that has some orange in it? Well, I mean, that piece of fabric does. So we could, let's see if this chicken would work. It goes behind there a little. And it does, it's got brown, not orange, but that's okay. Hang that there. Maybe that there. And I don't like it. Okay, no. Let's not work with orange. Let's grab a book page and, oh, you know what? This one. Yeah, and then maybe some lace hanging back behind there. And do I have any pretty papers here? No, I don't have a ton of scraps, but, ooh, look at that one. Oh, that one's from Susan, and it's sewn. Look at that. So anyway, that one just has 3 layers: lace, paper, and fabric. And we just, maybe we grab this charm here and poke it through. There we go. And we have a cluster to hang from a page. And then I do want to use this one. What if, let's see, what laces do I have? We could do that. Maybe we use this fabric. And then I do want some book page there as well. So fabric, paper, maybe this as our paper charm. We could have more paper hanging out the back as well. And a piece of lace. So we're going to grab our bulb pin. And is that stuck? Okay. Now for this, I think this is going to be thick enough layers that I'm going to need to actually punch a hole through it. So I'm just going to take my crocodile because I don't know where my paper punch is. There we go. And then go through the whole thing. And this can really use up your scraps. Isn't that cute? Yeah. All right, we got to do something with this orange one. So maybe I've got some white here. I don't really think white's going to work. Ooh, but, haha. Hold on just a minute here. Let's just cut that off. Maybe we'll make it a little bit thinner because I do want a piece of fabric with the paper. And let's take our frayed burlap and let's just turn it brown. There we go. And then maybe we might want to have a little more fun even and spray a few water drops. Nope, didn't do any good. Didn't do anything at all, so that's fine. So let's do a book page and we'll pull it off to the side here. And then that. And what other paper? I know we had this, so we could put that up there. What if we use this as well? And if I had more book page, I'd put another book page back there, but maybe we take it out of here and move it here, like that. And that one has no lace. Do we need lace? Do we need a lace? Let's see. I do have this piece kind of already cut almost to size, so we could lay that on top of the fabric. There we go. And then let's just grab our bulb pin here. We'll go ahead and use this nautical charm. Oops, put it on the wrong way. There we go. And then, no, I think I'm going to have to cut a hole. Now, this is where you could use an eyelet if you wanted to. I'm not going to this time. I did a couple of them with an eyelet. Let's see. Are you going to go through there? Oh, yeah, but I think you missed these 2 layers, my friend. There we go. And close it. Hello. Stay closed. There we go. Yep. How cute. So this is kind of a quick way to use up those scraps and make something pretty. I mean, here we have these little things that we had left over, right? edges that I clipped off. We could even hang these together like this, right? And maybe we want that in the background, but do we want a piece of paper as well? What do we have? No. Yeah, I'm running out of paper scraps sitting next to me. I've got this. We could just, oops, that's too big. Hold on. Let's cut some of this off. And then we'll just go around the edges here. There we go. So fabric, paper, and our itty bitty scraps that we created. And, oh, you know what? Let's use this black safety pin. And let's use this. It says Tuesday. We'll put that right there. We'll go through this way this time without puncturing our finger. There we go. See, you can hang them multiple ways. How adorable is that? Just out of the little scraps that we had sitting next to us. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. And let me know if you have ideas that you might like to see me do with more bits, you know, more fabric scraps. And I will gladly see if I can help you out with that. I do have a couple more ideas that I need to figure out how to incorporate them. But for the rest of the day today, I'm going to be using the scraps that are on my desk to make more of these, just to get the scraps used up. So I will see you later. God bless you. Can I ask you a favor? Click that thumbs up button and leave me a comment. It does not matter what kind of comment you've got. Even if it's just a little heart, that will help me more than you guys will know. God bless you. God bless you. Bye.